In today's clip, I watched The Social Dilemma for the first time and give my reaction and review on my first thoughts. This clip is from The Process 32. Link will be in the description below. It's my weekly vlog, and I apologize for the awful lighting, but regardless, I hope you enjoy my thoughts up here.
I think this advertising model is probably the most elegant way.
This is really good so far.
It sounds crazy to say we need to change all that, but that's what we need to do. Do you think we're gonna get there? We have to.
What a great documentary. That actually just shook me to my core. So much to think about, so much to ponder. There's a lot of different points in there that are subconsciously rolling around in my mind right now. Powerful stuff. It is insane how everything is so about the business model, quote unquote, keeping people on the platform, keeping them sucked in, all for the next quarter and the profits in that quarter. And I don't equally think that social media is necessarily creating the problems. I think it's just exposing the internal weaknesses that we as humans have, and it's just manipulating those types of weaknesses and just pressing on that open wound and just going all in on that. So I don't think they're creating it. I just think they're exposing what already is and just amplifying it to a ridiculous degree. That being said, they're still amplifying it. Equally at the same time, even though they are amplifying it and consciously creating products and situations that do make this make these situations occur and press harder down on that wound, that we are still the ones that have the ability to detach and to consume in a different way and to become in control of technology. I wish they talked about that actually in the doc. I was hoping that they were going to at some point, but it's such a simple decision. It's detach, it's force them to change their product by changing the way we behave. Like, if enough people say no, if enough people change, if enough people adopt this type of mindset, they have to follow because the profits will be affected. I think that's an important thing that I didn't think was touched on enough. But anyways, that doc is fucking amazing. It just reminds me how sucked in we all are, how technology is actually, like, I used to think of it as a tool. I still do at the same time, but equally a tool is not manipulating its way into and is not trying to influence its way into me using it more. And I pay for a tool, and the product is the tool, versus with social media and certain platforms online where it's like free to use type of thing. I am the product because I need to give it my time. I need to give it my attention in order for revenue on their end through advertising and stuff like that. So they have to do things like hook me in. They have to get me to pick up the hammer. They have to get me to ride the bike, quote unquote. If those two tools existed in a social media sense, they would be trying to ping me. They would be trying to alert me, notify me, do anything that hammer and bike could to get me to act upon those things if they were free to everything. And it would be like, if I was going through that bike ride, I'd be shown ads on the bike ride. I would be interrupted and bombarded with tons of messages to keep me riding the bike and all that jazz, just to show me more bike rides. And then obviously you can come up with some metaphor for the hammer as well. Lots to think about, but yeah, fuck, that makes me kind of just never want to go on social media again. Equally though, I feel like there is something to be said about creating a niche around talking. That's so fun. Like, oh God, I'm just so in it that I immediately think this type of thing. But this idea of talking about this more on my platform, subconsciously, I'm also like, yeah, I can get more views from that. It is true. There is something to that. And I'm noticing it within myself right now, which is good. Good awareness. Like, it is good and it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's good for my long-term business and my long-term impact and everything that goes into that. But at the same time, should I be making videos with the intent of just getting views? I mean, equally at the same time, there is something to be said about each view is potentially more impact and stuff like that. So, I don't know. A lot of stuff in there. I thought there was a lot of good insights, a lot of good perspectives in there. I didn't agree with everything, especially because, like, I didn't see them going after the left as much as they went after the right in that film. I just thought that was interesting. And conspiracy theorists got a nice little hit there, especially COVID conspiracy. So I was laughing a little bit at that. In the COVID situations right now, like, I don't agree with everything that is going on, but I can also see why people are very sold on it as a whole. And I can also be compassionate towards the fact that people are scared. People think this is a very real thing. I also thought the very interesting part was, like, we all have to agree on some fundamental truths or we're all fucked. And I'm like, I wonder if that's the case. I don't know if that's true or not, but I thought that was an interesting point. But definitely thought it was interesting with the whole, like, basically low-key trying to paint people out as wrong if they disagreed with things that were going on with, or if they retaliated in any sense, or just opposed anything to do with COVID. I mean, I guess I'm a conspiracy theorist in that type of realm until I'm not. But, you know, I might be wrong with all this when all is said and done. It had me hooked in the entire time. I thought it was going to be fucking boring, honestly, but it ended up being fucking amazing. And I just got locked in for like an hour 40, wherever it is, an hour 34 actually. But yeah, Social Dilemma on Netflix, 2020 doc.